Hi, I'm Sue Willoughby with Windermere Mount Baker in Seattle, and I am here today with Michele Bayle from Wink Eyewear. And we're going to get to know Michele a little bit better, find out how she started in the business and what her plans for the future are. So, Michele, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you, Sue?
Excellent, excellent. Thank you for your time, first of all. Because,
Absolutely.
You know, I know it may be an imposition into your schedule, but I really appreciate your time. So.
No imposition from my community.
Excellent. Good job. So, basically, I just want to know how you got started in the eyewear business and how you started, why you opened the shop. And so just give us a little background.
A little history. Okay. Well, I started in the optical industry 30 years ago. Okay. It was 1990, the fall. But fast forward to 2006, after kind of reinventing myself in the industry a little bit, from owner to sales rep to educator, I decided to open Wink Eyewear originally as a by appointment only business. So I would take my wares to corporate America and service the clientele one-on-one.
Interesting.
So I'd schlep these bags and go do my thing.
And so then, did you actually do that for a while?
Oh yeah,
okay.
Yeah, till 2000, from 2006 to 2010.
Okay.
I was by appointment only.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I decided it needed to be more than just one-on-one. I was ready for that, business ownership again. So I opened up the brick and mortar here in Columbia City.
Nice, nice.
In 2010.
It's a really cute shop.
Thank you. We're celebrating 9 years on Earth Day this year.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's exciting for us.
So tell us about when you decided to go brick and mortar. Like, what was your kind of biggest challenge and how did you get started with that?
That's a big question, actually. It's kind of loaded. Okay. So I was in the middle of a divorce, and I could either choose to go back and work full-time for a doctor or branch out and take my business. And that's when I had to make the decision of, was I going to take this from a by appointment only to service more people and maybe make some money, more money.
What a concept, right?
Yeah. So kind of had to shift it from being a hobby-ish business to really getting in and doing the business. And I wasn't quite sure how that was going to happen. So I just started looking in this neighborhood because I thought it was so cute.
So that was, 9 years ago?
Yeah.
So Columbia City, I mean, it has changed so much. I mean, I've lived in Seattle since '91, and I think there was Rutabaga across the street, and that was like the only restaurant.
I think it was La Medusa.
Well, before that was Rutabaga.
I don't even know what that was.
I know. See, it's been a long time.
And Bob's Meats, he's kind of been here a long time.
Forever.
He's an icon.
So you were one of the kind of pioneers on the strip here.
Yeah, there was a lot of available space. I literally had like 8 places to choose from.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Not
it was.
Anymore.
No. And so I chose this cute little tiny 580 square feet to launch my brick and mortar.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's been a great ride. And, at first I was a little nervous because, like you said, it was not quite developed into what it was right now, but I sort of felt like I saw the potential of this community, and I did kind of want to be on the forefront of that experience. And the community just received the store really well, and we just kind of grew together. I feel like this has been a great little hand-in-hand small business, small community.
There's nothing like this around here.
Thank goodness, right?
Nobody's going to come in and compete with you, that's for sure.
I'm going to have to flex my muscles if that happens.
Totally. So in the 9 years, what would you say, what's been the high points? Has it been consistent for you? And
yeah, it's been, well, I don't know. I kind of slingshotted into this huge amount of growth the first 3 years I was here. Okay. And my business grew just exponentially. And I was really grateful for that. But I do kind of want to back up. I think I missed part of your original question, which was what was my challenges?
Right. What were your biggest hurdles when you were making that transition?
Oh my gosh, that was huge. So Okay, so I was going through my divorce, and I decided I liked this space, and I was just going to make it happen, but I didn't know financially how that was going to happen because I literally had, after I signed this lease, $850 left in my pocket.
Wow.
And it was a tough couple years. I had, slept in my car for 2 weeks, but I told everyone I was on a road trip.
I love it. I love it.
I'm like, I'm
you
taking
could
a
have
road
run
trip.
a road trip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking a road trip to the parking lot.
So I had been through a lot. I had moved 4 times in 2 years,
Wow.
landed here. I was co-authoring a book
Wow.
that was coming out literally the month that I was opening the store. The divorce was final 2 months after that. So there was this huge amount of change.
And you were also working at Pulcinella.
Yeah,
which
so
is where I met you.
the biggest challenge for me was money and time. And as a new business owner, there's no way I was going to make any money
And you
for
were a
while.
solopreneur here in the shop.
Solopreneur.
Okay.
So I worked the shop. At that time, I was only open 5 days a week. I had
She says only, like only 5 days a week doing all these other things.
And then I waitressed 4 and 5 nights a week because that was what put food on my plate and a roof over my head.
Yeah.
In this teeny tiny little studio apartment. I didn't have to live in my car. That was only 2 weeks. So anyway, yeah, that's how it was tough. It was so tough. I worked 70 hours a week for 2.5 years.
Wow.
And now here I am.
Awesome. 9 years later.
9 years later. I come from a really hardworking family, so I think the example was set early in life on the work hard ethic. So I'm kind of grateful for that, actually. I think it's what kept me going.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, and the support of my community. I really don't. I mean, I can't just have a store full of glasses without the love and support from people that admire the product that I have and want to wear it and be a part of, supporting the small business. So owning a store is one thing, but getting people to trust you with their eyewear was another hurdle. And the community at the time wasn't quite ready for my uniqueness.
Well, but eyewear has evolved so much.
Yeah.
I mean, look at these fantastic glasses that you're wearing today.
Thank
I mean,
you. I like yours. It's a great
thank you.
color on you.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I do. I'm in the market for a new pair. So when we're done here, we can try on some new friends.
Okay, that'll be fun.
Okay, cool. So I know you're very entrepreneurial from what you've told me, and kind of like to know, what motivates you? Like, what motivated you to, what's your why, I guess, in terms of like, why would you want to sleep in your car? Why do you want to build this, this business? What's your why? What's your
my
personal
why?
you can have more than one too, but I mean,
I don't think I make a very good employee. I've been in ownership for a really. Did you see that?
Yeah, I
From
saw
my
that, yeah.
manager.
and the manager off camera over there going, that's exactly right.
Yeah, I just have so many ideas on my own, and I like to experiment with those ideas. So what keeps me going is making happy customers. And I just love what I do. I was telling somebody the other day, I just get up. I don't feel like I work. I just get up and play. I still feel like after 30 years, I get up and I get to play. And to me, that means I'm doing the right thing.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that really is, it's your heart, it's your, it puts a smile on your face, you
Yeah.
put smiles on everybody else's face, it's, makes you feel good. That's great.
Yeah, it brings me joy to see people light up over a pair of glasses that maybe speak to who they are as a person a little bit more and resonate with that, as opposed to something that's just like,
Like
So-
at Costco. Didn't mean to say that. Okay,
a lot
never
of
mind. Some
yeah.
people-
There's other places you can go, but we just like that intimate experience with people and getting to know them and finding out, a little more about their personality, so that we can.
Eyewear is a huge part of your personality.
Yeah.
And you can dial it up.
Yeah.
You can dial it down. And you can go,
Yeah. So it was really interesting when I'm sorry, I'm going to deviate for a second.
That's okay.
But how did I come up with the name of Wink Eyewear?
Yeah.
And I know that wasn't your question, but I think it was really an interesting process for me because I was in outside sales and I would travel over 8 states.
Wow.
And I hadn't seen the name. But when I looked up the definition of wink in the dictionary, it says to deliberately convey a message. And I thought,
Wow.
glasses do that. They deliberately convey a message. And so there came the business name, Wink Eyewear.
So like when you wink at somebody, you're deliberately conveying a message?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're winking at me, it could mean all kinds of things. So...
Exactly. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, it's always, I think that's a hard thing, and that's a whole nother conversation of how to come up with your name and your brand and what it means. And so that's really clever because it's very applicable to the business and also a secondary message. I like that. So I know you have some things in the horizon, maybe, now that you've been doing this for 30 years, right? What's in the horizon for you? What's your next
The horizon for
adventure?
Wink Eyewear is for Wink Eyewear, right?
No, both. For Wink and
Michelle.
Yeah, and Michelle.
As
yeah.
a being.
Yes.
Well, Wink Eyewear is going to undergo a fresh new, I'm going to wave the magic wand and give it a fresh new look this spring.
Nice.
So we're going to be having an unveiling of that.
Now, does that
hopefully
sort of correspond with your anniversary thing? Or when is
Oh, that's really a thoughtful thing to think about. I hadn't really connected.
An idea.
I think it's a great idea.
Okay.
Yes, it does. So we'll have a big party with the unveiling. The pressure of that now. Oh my gosh.
No pressure.
Now I have a timeline.
We'll be back for your unveiling.
So that's one thing. I don't know. I like to live day by day a little bit. And, I wear several hats, not just the optical hat. And so I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. So for Wink Eyewear, I am considering an eyeglass case collection that I'm designing myself.
Oh, cool.
But I've been kind of percolating on that for a little while. And I finally feel like I've fine-tuned it. And so that might be unveiling in maybe 2020. Let's say 2020.
Okay.
Because 2019, I've got to work on that store remodel by
the
Earth
anniversary
Day.
date.
Thanks, Sue.
No pressure. Okay, good. Is there anything that, as a female entrepreneur, that any words of inspiration that you might have for young women that want to start their own business, or just anyone that wants to start their own business? As an entrepreneur, do you have any inspirational words for young entrepreneurs out there?
Oh, probably a lot of them.
Not even young ones, just anybody that wants to do their own thing.
I think the first thing is to always be consistent every day in working your plan. And it's the little steps every single day and not giving up on yourself. It really takes a lot of personal strength to do a business because you have a lot of outside noise that can impact how you feel about your business idea. Seek good support. There's a lot of resources out there. Like, for instance, I may have started with $850, but that $850 translated into me getting on board at an organization called Ventures, formerly Washington Cash.
Okay.
And they are for minorities and women-owned businesses. And so they supported me, and I ended up getting a small loan through them.
Okay.
So find your tribe, stay consistent in what you do every day. I still stay consistent. I get up at a certain time. I have a very regiment in the morning, what I do. Don't overspend in the beginning. I had to have 2 jobs because spending the business money just as you're making it, you're never going to get anywhere.
Right. You want to reinvest it.
You absolutely.
Keep it in the business.
You keep it in the business, and I did that, and I think that's what saved me. And it was hard. Working 2 businesses is hard. Period. Whether you're single or have kids or married or going to school at the same time, I mean, it's just part of the sacrifice.
Right. And I think sacrifice is a good word. It's a positive sacrifice.
Absolutely.
And I know, having made the transition from full-time corporate job to real estate, discipline is key. I'm not always the best with that, but that's a whole nother interview.
Yeah, it's
But
hard to be disciplined.
It's hard to be disciplined
Yeah.
because you're your own boss, and
sometimes
the
you just
routine-
get up and you just don't want to do anything.
right.
And
if you
just
don't have to punch that time clock,
I know.
it's easy to pull those covers back over your
Absolutely.
head. And so,
Yeah. So stay driven. It's your business, your goal, your destiny, your future, your retirement.
right.
Don't give up on it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's great. Michelle, thank you so much for your time. I really
Absolutely.
appreciate it. And
It's a pleasure.
I'm going to put some more information down in the show notes from below here, how you can get in touch with Michelle, more information about Wink Eyewear, location, hours of operation, and so forth. So stop by.
Future party invitation.
Oh yeah, the invitation for the remodel, for the grand reopening. It's all coming up, folks.
That's right.
Earth Day, save the date.
The pressure.
I know.
Stay consistent. Stay consistent.
Well, Michelle, this has been so much fun, and I really appreciate it. And I hope you'll get some new customers out of this, or just some people that want to stop in and say, hey, thanks for being part of the community. So thanks for being part of the community.
Thanks for your time too. Absolutely. We
Cool.
look forward to seeing our community in our store.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Bye for now.